Good morning, Clarkson Commercials here in Glasgow with more vans, strangely enough. This time round what we have is a 2010, it's a late 2010 on the 60 plate. It's the Citroen Relay and this is the L3H2 model, which in plain speak, which I prefer, is a long wheelbase medium roof. It's an L3H2 2.2 turbo diesel, 120 PS. PS is the power output, that is brake horsepower, and 31,000 miles. Now, in this age of high mileage vans, no doubt you've had a scout about the internet and you've familiarised yourself with a number of high mileage vans. It's a welcome change to get a 31,000 mile van in this condition. And a sideline, I'll tell you, is the reason for all the high mileage vans around just now, and I've never known a period like this. There are so many high mileage vans around the UK. That is the aftermath of the recession. Everybody was working harder, travelling further, working longer, and that is why every van you look at, almost every van around the UK online, has got very high mileage. Right, factory white in colour, on with the business. Factory white in colour, it's got the step on the back there with the tow bar, and it's got the 3-bar roof rack with the roller on the rear up top, and it's got the side loading door off to the left hand side. The whole idea, the whole objective of these video clips is just to give you a very good in-depth tour or walk round of every van, and we don't do the bruised and battered vans, that's not our thing at all. Right, more good news with this van that isn't evident from looking at it. There is no VAT on this van. There is no VAT to be added to the selling price. Now, every other van in our yard here has got VAT to be added at 20% on top of the selling price, but this one has no VAT. The last owner was a private individual who was not VAT registered, so what happened was he paid the VAT on the van when he bought it, but because he wasn't VAT registered, he couldn't claim it back, so it then falls out the VAT circle. And you, the next owner, whoever you may be, takes full advantage of that because he paid the VAT, lost all the VAT, and now you're buying the van with no VAT on it. And if that sounds confusing, phone me and I can explain it more in greater detail, but it's one of the best possible scenarios in which to buy a van. Right, nice clean upholstery, brown in the cabin, driver's armrest, we've got a flip down clipboard desk table, call it what you will there. There's a handy spring loaded bulldog clip on it, 2 can holders at the bottom and the pen slot there, so very handy, and that flips up there and you would never really know that it's there. Up top again, hidden away, we've got a clipboard here with the spring loaded bulldog clip at the top, again a very handy thing to have. 6-speed gearbox, lots of handy storage, cubbies and receptacles around the van, and it's not until you're actually working with the van you realise just how handy all these compartments are, but it is very good to have them, because I always say that a van, for the majority of owners, this will be their office, so it's very handy to have it. We've got radio controls mounted on the steering wheel here. There's a couple of grab handles up top. There's a very handy shelf up top here as well. Handy courtesy lighting as well, and it's certainly not the worst place to spend your working day. In keeping with that theme of immaculate vans, it's the same story in here. The ply lining is very much fit for a king. A small piece of storage above the driver's head there. Side loading door, as I said earlier, off to the left hand side there. But ready, fit and able for really any application. You've got the step at the back with the tow bar there. The back doors either side here are ply lined. And there's the roof rack again from a different angle. It's got the roller bar on the back there. So there we go, that's us just about finished. It's a late 2010, oh one thing, sorry, we buy these vans with on the strength of a fairly comprehensive condition report. Bearing in mind we've got our own workshops here and we've got our own mechanics, and we do thoroughly inspect all the vans, but we buy these vehicles with a condition report done by no other than the AA themselves, and really this is done when the vehicle is deflated, engine bay, engine running, interior checks and all aspects therein. Tyre depths 5, 6, 7 mil all round, brake operation, clutch, first gear take up. So when we get a vehicle or consider buying a vehicle in for stock, we ask to see this condition report, and we fairly heavily factor that in on our buying decision. But bear in mind, that's been done by the AA prior to us getting it, and we think it's a great selling tool, just again for transparency, because that's how we sell the vans. We don't hide anything. We're operating at the top end of our game, and that is there for you to peruse and look through. This van hasn't yet, I don't think, been through our own workshop checks, and when our own workshop check is done, there'll be further mechanical check paperwork will go to complement that as well. Right, so 2010 on the 60 plate, November 2010, Citroen Relay L3H2 2.2 HDI 120 PS, 6-speed gearbox. It's the long wheelbase medium roof with no VAT on the selling price. Side loading door, ply lining, tow bar, 3-bar roof rack with roller, and certainly will make a superb workhorse for somebody out there. And as per company policy, I'll say the usual line that I do in all the vans: everything that we sell is second hand, everything that we sell has had a first life before it comes to us, and may have marks and imperfections commensurate with age, mileage and use. My name is Barry, thanks for your time, and I'll speak to you soon.